Hello, everybody, and welcome to another one of these 31 and 31s. Today is the 17th, and we're watching War of the Gargantuans. We're going back to Japan, and of course, I couldn't have done a foreign horror movie with at least one kaiju movie in the whole mix. And this one is like a semi-sequel to another Frankenstein movie that Japan had made that's basically a kaiju movie about a Frankenstein that's not even really a Frankenstein fighting a giant dinosaur monster thing. But this one, there's not just one, there's two. Um, Overall, you're not really into this movie for the story, right? You're in it to watch kaiju fighting. That's what you're doing here. It's all kaiju-tastic when it comes to that type of stuff. But honestly, it's kind of boring. I know that there's a lot of popular directors and actors and stuff that really love this movie. I just don't know what the big draw is. It's silly. It's a lot of like what is it with Japan, and especially in these kaiju movies, whenever they have like the giant tanks and everything, but they always have these like lightning guns or these lasers that they use to shoot at the kaiju. It's like, where did they get the technology? They always have these really advanced guns for the time. This is like 66. So it's, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I guess, futuristic, we have to use laser guns and shit like that. The other funny thing is that this wasn't released in the US until 1970, where it was released as a double feature with Monster Zero, which is kind of crazy that it was released alongside of it. And, I watched this on HBO Max, and I was hoping that it was going to be in original language, but of course not. It was in the dub, so I got to relive my childhood of watching old Toho, kaiju films with my grandfather and my dad, and watching the Godzilla movies that were completely dubbed. So some of that was pretty fun. But overall, I mean, yeah, you just want to get to kaiju fights. And really, the two different, not even different, the two Frankensteins, as they call them, they fight once in this movie. And even then, it just was a little lackluster. Though one of them does eat people. So that's something new. That's something fun. He also gets fucked up by those lasers, too, in the forest. But nonetheless, it's just, I thought it would be fun and silly to watch it, and it turns out wasn't very fun or silly. It's just kind of slow. So I'm going to give this 2 laser guns out of 5. It's just kind of it lost my interest. Maybe because I'm watching it so late, and I'm getting tired, and I should have maybe watched it at a different time. But I totally lost focus while watching this. And even like, it was nice that it was in English just so that I could, if I was losing focus, I at least was listening to what was going on. But really just, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. And like I said, maybe it's just not the environment for it. But we'll see what we get next time. I needed to get away from something really gory, and I thought, yeah, let's do something silly like kaijus. So we'll see you next time on one of these 31 and 31 horror movie reviews.